Pune is a beautiful city, but you know what's even more beautiful? It's the hidden gems just outside the city. Hi, my name is Siddharth, and welcome back to this channel. In the first part of this two-part series, we will be exploring two absolutely iconic places around Pune. And my partner in crime today is someone I had not even met till he came to pick me up today morning. Let me introduce him to all of you. तो आज मैं अमित के साथ ट्रैवल कर रहा हूँ. एक्चुअली आई मेट अमित फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम टुडे मॉर्निंग. अमित ने कुछ दिन पहले मैसेज किया था कि लेट्स गो ट्रैवल एंड ही इज़ एन ऑसम फोटोग्राफर. So I was like, yeah, of course. I'm always game for stepping out in Pune, especially. So Amit actually full-time photographer नहीं है, which was quite a shock because his work is really wide. He does wedding, he does of course travel. तो अमित मुझे आज कहीं पे लेके आया. अमित, where are we?
So आज हम है मस्तानी लेक near to Pune. So it's hardly 30 kilometers from Pune.
So why is this place called Mastani Lake? Well, as per the legend, the lake was built during the reign of Bajirao Peshwa for his beloved Mastani, and hence the name. Now, the lake was built about 300 years back, but was never really completed. And even today, only one side of the lake has a wall. Located right next to the majestic ghats that truly come alive during the monsoon and lush green fields, this lake is a sight to behold. It's said that Bajirao and his favorite wife, or his beloved Mastani, used to come here on their horses to kind of unwind. And they used to actually take a swim in this pond as well. So that is definitely an interesting story. एक दूसरा काफ़ी अच्छा और इंटरेस्टिंग लेजेंड इस जगह के बारे में ये है कि यहाँ पे एक सुरंग है और कहते हैं ये सुरंग डायरेक्टली यहाँ से शनिवार वाड़ा में कनेक्ट होती है. So what we can do is actually go down in that surang and see where it goes, and maybe then we'll get some answers to this mysterious question. क्या ये मस्तानी तालाब शनिवार वाड़ा से कनेक्टेड था या नहीं? Let's find that out. Well, we never quite found the answer that we were seeking. In my opinion, it's a bit unlikely, as the lake and the Vada are quite far from each other.
It seems that's it. They've blocked the road to Shaniwar Vada.
Left hand side must be somewhere to water, I'm not sure.
Yeah, there is a nala or something.
There's also a small cafe mysteriously called Brothers Cafe, and it's a good place to have some more chai. As Amit and I were exploring the lake area, we also bumped into Aditya, who was wandering around the lake alone, and with great persuasion, he agreed to come on camera as well. Okay, so this is Aditya. Aditya अपना college bunk करके आए हुए हैं on a weekday. So Aditya, what do you do?
Yeah, so my name is Aditya Kulkarni and I study media and communication in Ferguson College.
Good. दो कुलकर्णी लोग एक्चुअली मेरे साथ हैं, so they will gang up against the Joshi. So I have to figure out a way of getting out of this. So we saw this really cute small temple. थोड़ा सा नीचे है, वहाँ चल के जाते हैं. Let's see what that temple is all about. It looks really pretty from up here. Let's go. So the name of the temple is Mastaneshwar Prasthan, as you can see it on the Trishul. Shiva temple. It's really nice, really quaint. Nobody here, so no masks also. So Aditya is done. वो अपने घर जाना चाहता है क्योंकि मम्मी से डांट पड़ेगी. He's a little worried about that. बच्चा है अभी वो. So goodbye, Aditya.
Yes, it was fun meeting you guys and yeah.
The best way to come to Mastani Lake is in your own vehicle. No. Not this vehicle though. I do recommend stopping on the way for a cup of hot adrak chai and some bhaji. Both of these are great to kickstart your day. The journey is beautiful as soon as you leave the city. Now there is no entrance fee for the lake, but there is a parking fee. ₹40 for the car and ₹20 for bikes. Some say that Mastani died out of shock after Bajirao's death, while others think she committed suicide. Her palace in Kothurud is no longer there, but her memory lives on here at the Mastani Lake. And with that, we said goodbye to the secret spot of centuries-old lovers, but our explorations weren't done as yet. ठीक बोल रहे हो ना अमित?
Yes, नहीं.
तो हम कहाँ जा रहे हैं?
So we are going to Saswad right now. Hopefully it will be open. Let's see.
If not, हम बाहर से देखेंगे.
बाहर से देख लेंगे. Yes, definitely.
Both Amit and I love going to old temples, and frankly speaking, I had no clue this place even existed till he told me about it. So as Amit said, we are heading to Saswat, which is about 35-ish kilometers from Pune. And again, the easiest way to reach here is in your own vehicle. You can take a bus as well to come here. Saswat is an ancient town in Pune district, which was once a hub of Buddhist monasteries as well. Now it's famous for old vadas, temples and Sangam. More on that in a bit. Fun fact, सासवट की लिटरेसी रेट जो है वो 85% है, जो हमारे नेशनल एवरेज से कहीं ज़्यादा है. सो देयर इज समथिंग रियली स्पेशल अबाउट दिस प्लेस. We are now at the beautiful Sangameshwar temple in Saswat. It is such a surprise. I never knew such a place existed and I'm very happy to be here. Beautiful setting. There's a river right next to it. There's an old bridge on which vehicles are right now going and it just looks so beautiful. So yeah, let's go and explore the temple and I'm very excited to show this one because this is new for me as well. So here's an interesting story about why the temple is called Sangameshwar. There's a confluence of two rivers here, Kara and Chamri, and because of that there's a Sangam and hence the name Sangameshwar. A Sangam is usually a very pious place for Hindus, so there are a lot of temples, a lot of religious pilgrimage sites which are on the confluence of temples across the country, and something similar is true here as well. I also caught up with the caretaker of the temple who recently survived when a large piece of the temple roof fell right next to him. He believes it was Mahadev's way of telling him that the temple needs some repair. Now, his mission is to raise funds and take the temple back to its old glory. This is another very interesting tradition here. You can share what's in your heart with Nandi, and then he becomes the keeper of your secret. The wish might even come true later on. If you thought we were done with our explorations for the day, well, no. We are at the Changvateshwar temple, which is very, very close to the Sangameshwar temple that we just went to. So just across the river. And it looks really nice. So our guide here, he's going to take us around and show us the place and tell us about what this place is all about. Let's go in. The Changvateshwar temple is almost identical in plan to the Sangameshwar temple, but better maintained. There's no river here though. We also saw lots of renovation work happening here. This was a very calm and peaceful temple, and also stunningly beautiful. I really enjoyed walking around here and soaking in all the sights and sounds of the place. This is all for now. Stay tuned for the second episode of this series where we explore the last fort built by the Marathas and a stunning sunset point by the river. Please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and see you in the next video.